Well, again, stating the obvious, Oregon's a really good basketball team. You know, they play like a team that has experienced success in the past, and they know exactly what it takes to be successful. They're coming off of an Elite Eight, and they bring that pass into each and every game with them. The way they go about their business, you can just see that each one of them know their roles. They're well coached. They know who's supposed to take the shots, who's not supposed to take the shots. They're experienced. They're not only experienced with success, but they're experienced. They're a veteran team that just knows how to play. And every time we made a mistake, we paid for it tonight because they're very efficient.
Hey, did you guys take full advantage, like in the first half when you guys were able to get their bigs into foul trouble? It seemed though that you just didn't do enough with that.
Well, if you're talking about put the ball in the basket, you're exactly right. We got the ball inside. We weren't able to convert. We missed some free throws. We were getting the ball where we wanted to get it, but we weren't able to convert. So, talk about the end result. We didn't convert. No, we weren't able to make them pay.
How disappointing is it, Lorenzo, when you see, they're playing great, and then all of a sudden there's that 12-0 spurt, and it seems like the game's over?
It's very disappointing because same thing against Washington State. Right now, our team, in terms of being a work in progress, we're a little fragile when we hit adversity, and we haven't been able to fight through adversity yet. We're going to need to because we're about to go on the road here for a stretch, but we're playing good basketball, sound basketball, and then the next thing you know, the team goes on a 4-6 run, and it's hard for us to collect ourselves right now and fight through it. And in the second half, I believe it was close to 11 minutes left. They were up 10. We were at the line to make, it's still an 8-point game at that time, but it just seemed like it was so much further out. They were so much further out in front of us, but we were still, the game was still within reach, there's no doubt, but we didn't handle the situation very well.
Why was it so hard to find 3-point shooters tonight?
Dallin Ennis, he hit one, I know, at half. I think he made 2. After that, it was one guy, pretty much. Tyler Dorsey made 8 of them. And there were a couple of possessions where there are things that we talked about, basics that we go over, that we have breakdowns on. He got a couple open looks. And transition, we lost him a couple of times. And you let a guy like Tyler Dorsey see the rim and study the rim a couple of times without anybody contesting his shot, he's going to find his rhythm, and now he's going to make everything. And I believe that's what happened.
How concerning are those breakdowns? You're almost halfway through the season here, that those continue to kind of...
Yeah, they're definitely concerning. That, it happened at the end of the game against Washington State. So definitely a pattern. So it becomes concerning when it's a pattern.
You talk about progress in practice and whatnot, but I'm guessing at this point you think that would translate into wins,
Yeah.
Or at least more competitive games against these tough teams. Why do you think that breakthrough that's set for hasn't happened?
I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but I know we've taken a step back that way. So we've got to regroup. Definitely have to regroup.
Lorenzo, when you look at the big picture and you talked about Oregon, Elite Eight and all that stuff, and you guys have not been able to make the dance in a few years, are you starting to feel that is the pressure mounting that in terms of trying to get this thing turned around in a big way?
I've said this before. Whatever I'm doing or a group is doing internally, the pressure mounts because you want to do well. You drop 1, you drop 2, yeah, the pressure mounts because we got to get this thing right. For me, it's not pressure in terms of we haven't. I want to be the best we can be every day. That's the bottom line. And when that is not happening, that's concerning for me as a head coach. And what we need to do, what I need to do as head coach is to continue to work so that this stuff doesn't happen.
You talked a lot last year about how compliant that group was and how little resistance you got trying to get them to do something, they did it. They were willing to do whatever you guys told
Our
them.
team last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see that same quality in this team? Is it different?
What they want to do what we asked them to do, but since this group has been in college, the sophomores included, and Malik has only been here 1 year, they were able to walk in and see a senior, Andrew Andrews, do what was supposed to be done. But by and large, we haven't experienced that success yet. And DeJounte Murray, Marquise Chris, Andrew Andrews, those are some tough kids. Those are some really tough kids, and we would get down, things like that would happen, things like have happened so far, and there was grit with those guys, and now we have to, as a group, find some others that are able to step up and start to show that grit. One of the guys that started to step up to me is David Crisp. He's starting to do that. You can just see it in his eyes, and we need to do it more as a group.
Is there any concern now with the offense, just after a night like tonight, just being able to maybe find some scores outside of David and Fultz?
No, because that hasn't been a pattern. We have Noah double machine until recently. Was it 19? Yeah, against Washington State. Noah's been a reliable scorer for us. David's been a reliable scorer for us. Markel's been a reliable scorer for us. So no need to push the panic button on that one yet. That's probably the best thing that we've done. Oregon, they did a good job guarding us, and like I said, it seems like that's kind of been their pattern. That's why they've been a good team this year. They've been guarding really well. So I don't think we can look at that as a team and say,
We see you in this setting, always composed, optimistic. After a game like that, when there's been more defensive lapses, is that how you are in the locker room too, or is there more an angry side of you, or frustrated side of you that comes out?
I think our guys know when I'm not pleased as head coach. I'm not as composed as I am now in front of them. But always trying to teach. Always trying to teach and motivate.
And after starting 0-2 in the conference round, does this put even more pressure on Saturday's game?
Oh, we gotta play well. There's no doubt about it. We gotta come out and play well on Saturday.
Anything else?